to the Oral Podcast.
The Aura Podcast.
Joining us today, we got some new faces actually. We have Danny.
Hi.
We have Emmy.
Hi.
Maddie.
Hi.
Wiz.
Hello.
My lovely co-host, as per usual, Joseph.
Hello.
And I'll be your host as well, as per usual. You hear me all the time in every podcast. I'm Nosy Quay Jackie. We're doing a little bit different. You guys will not notice a change at all because I'm going to make it look exactly the same. But for all my video listeners, Discord is not doing very well, so we're all separately filming our faces because it just decided it just did not want to work anymore. So
I've had so many technical difficulties. It's insane.
I think we spent a nice 30 minutes just trying to figure things out.
Just a coincidence
Yeah.
that the UK people didn't have any issues, just saying.
Yeah.
It'll be like that.
Yeah, UK people.
That's 1-0. That's
The-
1-0.
You guys are completely fine. We
Let's go.
just entered into, what is it? It's going to be October 4th. Posting this tomorrow. We're calling this Oratober. There's a lot of content that's going to be pushed out in the next
Spooky.
3-4 weeks. And I'm honestly super excited. I've been keeping the secret for a very long time. I'm finally, this is not going to be the first spoopy podcast, but we did pick up a bunch of new people, new recruits at the end of September, which are all the people that are in this call now.
Hey,
Who are they?
Hey.
Who's May? What the hell?
Yeah.
What's
what?
Maddie? What's a Maddie?
Danny, hey, hello? I thought we were
What?
friends.
What?
I thought we were
Did we
doing
just
on
pick,
Wiz.
did we just
going
like
on?
pick May up today or something? Like,
Yeah.
If it helps
he's
Maddie,
so
I
new.
like you, bro.
Maddie's
thank you, Joe,
brand
thank you.
new. Brand new. We don't even
Yeah.
know
First
him.
time meeting him, actually. Hi,
oh,
Maddie.
yeah.
Hi.
I'm going to bed.
That's why it's my.
Um,
It's like, yeah, it's been a pleasure. He just freaking leaves after 5 minutes.
It's a good time, but I'm going to go get some sleep.
just gone. Absolutely. But
Hi. Nice knowing you.
But I wanted to talk to them a little bit about, and I like to do this, is kind of I've known Maddie and Wiz for a very long time now. I think,
Very long
I
time.
think
Me
over-
especially. Wiz is like
Nuts.
a new recruit, new face. You know.
Wait,
Right.
He's known me
wait.
for ages, at least.
I think it's been 2 years, a year and a half,
Yeah.
maybe, like
It's
something
like
like
2
that.
years for us. Yeah.
Although Danny and Emmy are completely new, so I'm just getting to know them as
the
well.
tables have turned.
Yeah,
The tables have turned.
I know
Gosh.
that you
I
folks.
thought it was a voice, mate.
But I want to ask a couple questions to you guys and see what got you
Yeah.
here, basically. What got you in our arms, in our organization? What happened?
You just caught me in your arms.
How did you end
Exactly.
up here?
What did I
I
hug?
just I can't walk, so I just fell.
Yeah, you just fell into our
I
arms.
just
It was like a
fell.
trust fall.
I just fell. Yeah.
Oh, I can't do
Exactly.
trust falls ever in my life. Never will you catch me doing a trust fall.
No?
Like
I don't
catching
know what-
people,
man.
or
I
being
trust
the
no
one
one, not even
falling?
myself. I don't even
Wow.
trust myself. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
trust
God.
anyone else. All right.
Fact.
Maddie.
Facts.
You can't even trust yourself. Okay.
Exactly.
It's like the meme with the kid
Man
with the
catches
gun.
himself.
You know, he's like shooting himself. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that's what I was
Stop.
referencing.
That made me think of. But I wanted
that's
to
him.
see like what, and you guys can answer this one by one basically, but what made you first want to be a part of Aura? What really caught your eye in this organization to be like, I want to be a part of that? And
So, from the outside looking in,
Yeah.
Aura seemed to be doing a lot more and a lot different things than many of the organizations nowadays are. And also, it just seemed like a family. Like just everyone's great friends. Everyone gets along. Like it just seemed nice to be a part of. And I was like,
yeah,
that's it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sold.
And honestly, family feeling is so important. I think with teams, like I think me and May have both experienced it before, and you know when you like kind of take a while like away from that whole experience of having a family, it kind of like you kind of miss it. And so when a team is giving you that and more, and it's like because this community is insane with Aura.
Yeah.
So dedicated, like just a bunch of when you're surrounded by like positive people and motivated creators, it pushes you to work harder, I believe.
100%.
So
Yes,
when
yes.
I saw just the community feeling what everyone like, I don't think I've heard a bad thing about Aura, to be honest. I don't think I've
Really?
heard a single bad thing.
No.
And
Never.
everything was just like check marks, and I don't know, it's hard not to want to go for this team, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree. Like as you said, I enjoyed going solo for a little while, but I just I missed working alongside talented individuals that
Mm-hmm.
you know were all pushing for the same goal as me.
Right.
I think it's super motivating when you see people have such a strong drive. You're
Yeah.
like, I want to do that and more. And you're like,
And
Yeah.
more. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
I just always want to do more than Wiz is doing, you know? Hey, it's friendly competition.
Hey.
Oh wow.
What about you,
What?
Danny and Emmy? What made you want to be like, I want to be inside that?
So for me, oh wow, okay.
Hey,
So
what's
for
up?
so for me personally, I am like brand new to this whole content creation thing, but I have been following Aura for several months now. Just on
Mm.
Twitter, like my own like little. It was just my own little personal Twitter for a little bit, and then recently I made a TikTok account that just completely blew up out of nowhere. I'm talking like I went from like 300 followers to over 3,000 in less than a week.
Let's go.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Can I
Jeez,
just
okay,
say,
Danny.
everybody in Aura that's been doing their TikToks have been absolutely just blowing up. So please do not underestimate it. You guys are missing out if you guys are not posting TikToks. That is all.
I currently have 8,000. Just hit it last night.
Oh gosh.
Jeez,
10K,
flex
here we
on
go.
us.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Alright, Sean.
Jeez,
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
Danny. Damn.
That we are
Gun show.
we just snapped.
We just,
Yeah.
we just snapped.
But I've been following Aura for a little while, and the vibes are just so positive. Everyone's so supportive and loving of each other, and I'm just happy and thankful that I even got a chance to be in this organization in the first place. Because I literally was like on a whim. I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna join Aura. 4 days later, I get picked up. That's just okay. Wow.
Easy.
That just
Did
shows-
not expect that one.
That just shows how talented you are, doesn't it? It really, really
Yeah.
does.
I did
I
not
remember
expect
watching
it
the
at
announcement
all.
video. That was so awesome.
Oh,
That
announcement
dev
video.
put out, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, honestly.
what followed that video was like 10 minutes of pure sobbing. You can ask Joseph, he was there too.
Oh,
Literally, I was
yeah.
sobbing for like ugly crying for like
Because
10
I was making you
minutes.
laugh in the group chat, right? That's why.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was
Okay, just making
Yes.
sure.
it.
Yeah, because I edited that video and you're like, I was like, okay, it's 10 minutes long. You can only do what, 2 minutes and 20 seconds on Twitter. So I was like, I gotta
Yeah.
cut out a
Yeah,
lot.
I
I
think so.
apologize. So I was like, I
I
had
think
to like
so.
balance it out, but there was a lot of
I
crying
do
in that at
wanna-
the end.
I do want to thank you though, because like the beginning of that video was the most controversial part of it. I said hot cereal was oatmeal, and you cut that out.
Oh, I
Oh, well.
did, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you
this isn't getting
did.
got out now. Well, this
No.
isn't getting cut out now, so.
Yeah, now
Danny,
you're
Yeah,
now
you
you're
spoiled
exposing
yourself.
I
hot take.
listen. I'm mad at myself to the point where I want to be canceled, so I'm exposing myself.
Okay, fabulous. I've never seen a creator want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to get canceled. I'm good.
Keemstar, where you at? That's my
Oh, no.
drama alert. What about you, Emmy? What made you be attracted? What made you want to start grinding for this org?
Well, so it kind of started off. I was streaming back in May. That was like the first stream I ever did. So I've been streaming for like 5 months now. So I was kind of shocked by the amount of just support that I've gained in such a short amount of time. And my friend who started off with me, sort of, she was grinding for Hype Unit, and I didn't know anything about orgs. I was like, "What's that?" Right? And Aura
What's a
responded to
hype
me.
unit?
Yeah, what's an org? Aura responded to me, and I was like, oh, okay, they seem nice. I'll follow, right? So I kind of kept an eye on it. And at one point I was like, I wonder if I would get in if I ever tried. So I just wanted to make a good decision because everyone kept advising me not to join any orgs. They were like, they're all social hierarchies. Like, you're not gonna get anything from it. They're just going to use you. So I kind of steered away, but I really just wanted to try at the same time because I
Mhm.
wanted to achieve what I wanted to achieve, and I decided that if I let anyone else dictate my journey, then it wouldn't be mine. So I got to know everybody, play some games, make a lot of nice friends, and I just really, really vibed with everyone. And I never really announced my grind until the Aura page was like, "We want Emmy. She just has to say the word." So I announced it, and 15 minutes later, they were like, "Emmy, you're in Aura.
Easy,
Congrats!" So I was like,
congrats.
"Awesome."
Yes.
Easiest pickup
Yes.
ever. Easy clap.
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
We-
"Damn!"
we
A whole
stan
15 minutes
Emmy
I
in this
waited.
household.
Yeah, literally. Hardest grind. I got picked up almost instant. Well, I got picked up as an editor actually because they knew me because I edit for Concentrated Mind,
Mhm.
and the
Mhm.
person
I
who
love
I
him.
took his spot. Love you, Connor. he picked me up, and I was like, hey. He was like, oh, you edit for Aaron, and I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, go on. I was like, okay.
Okay, that works.
And then
I love Aaron. He's so cool.
he's so funny and just like
I've known him
so
for
much
ages.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah, we've known him for so long.
Yeah. And
Because he was
one of
in hype as well.
Yeah, he was in
and
Hype with us
he was
a
part
long
of the stream
time ago.
team, and we've known him for
Shout out.
ages.
shout out
Yeah.
Aaron. But
A
yeah.
bunch
Hell
of
yeah.
dope people I met, man. Honestly.
Honestly.
Yeah. So
All right,
then
well, copy
I-
what I say then.
I saw the
We both said honestly at the same time.
Legit.
I
I remember being Bay having a call before we made our Aura announcement. We were like, oh yeah, so we're gonna put like we were in a call. We're like, oh yeah, let's put our teasers out at the same time with the exact same text, with the exact same replies, and it was like the best thing ever. Everyone was like, what's going
I'm
on
not sure if you
here?
guys saw that. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but yeah, we were literally replying. We were tweeting the same thing at the same time
yeah.
and replying the same thing to each other at the same time. People were like, hello, what's going on?
What's happening? What's
We
What
replied to
this?
them with the exact same thing,
What's
oh
this?
my gosh.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
That's hilarious.
so good.
Yeah.
And then Matt copied my announcement. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay, buddy. Yeah, okay.
Man, they look
Wow,
really
Maddie,
good.
how original, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
no,
my
right.
homework. Just change up a little bit.
You stole his accent as well. Like, what the heck, bro?
Okay, you can't be saying that. All right.
Me and May have
Come on,
two different
come on.
accents. Don't even
Yeah, come on,
compare
now, come on
them.
now. That's,
Look, man, I don't know, man. Words are words.
It's
honestly, I'm
I
offended.
mean-
I'm a little bit offended.
Oh well, here I go. I'm gonna get canceled on Twitter now.
Well,
All right, so that's Danny
well-
and you cancelled. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll be
By the end of
canceled
this,
together.
yeah, by
Super
the end of this
best
podcast,
friend
everyone's gonna be
forever.
posted.
Let's
super
go.
best friend.
Super best.
Super
for
best friend
everyone who-
forever.
For everyone who doesn't know, literally the 2 days before I got picked up, Joseph and I became super best friends forever, and that has not faltered at all.
Nah, she sang the WAP or the WAP. She sang a WAP emotionally, and I did the WAP to it. Like I practiced
Yes,
it like 6
it happened
times.
on his stream.
Oh, let me. I did not know
no.
I could
That's
get
a
that low
weird
to the
sight
ground.
in my mind. I'm not even gonna lie.
But
Yeah,
it's not
Exactly.
necessarily a bad sight either, you know.
No.
I mean,
No.
maybe not a bad sight.
Honestly, it was a very emotional WAP or
Well-
WAP.
I had another question here. What
Ooh,
made you
nice.
want to? I got a lot of them. So we got an hour. We're already at 12 minutes, 13 minutes now.
Oh, we gotta go.
We're
Yeah,
speeding
we
through. Okay,
fast
let's go.
speed run. No, not speed run, because then I'm gonna run out of
Speed run.
questions. What made you want to get into content creating in the first place?
Okay,
Ooh.
so this is actually something that I don't really know. Well, it's like in 2010, I watched a lot of FaZe Clan. They used to trick shot a lot on COD and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, in 2011 for Christmas, I got a HD PVR and started making YouTube videos. Like 10 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know the reason for it, but yeah, like I started then. I did COD for a while. I did Minecraft, Hunger Games. I did everything.
Oh, the
I
Minecraft
remember Hunger
days.
Games, man.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I had
That's
a
when I
Fortnite
started.
dedicated.
Yep.
Yeah, the YouTube
Yeah.
channel dedicated to Fortnite. I was one of those guys that's like, if you want to do this challenge, you're gonna have to land here. This is what you do. And,
You know, those channels
yeah.
came in so clutch for me during the battle
did.
pass, so I
Yeah,
can't
they came in
thank
clutch for me
my-
as well. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna just become one. That didn't work. I didn't really find the satisfaction in YouTube. Not at the
No.
time anyway. And I was like, you know what? Let's try streaming. And that kind of picked up way more. And I found it way more satisfying and enjoyable
Mhm.
interacting with people live as as everything goes on. So that's kind of how I got into everything.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I remember you go, Danny.
Oh, okay. So I've been singing like for I want to say 15 years now. My birthday's on October 7th, so yeah, I'll be 21, and I started when I was 6. So yeah, 15
Damn.
years I've been singing, and it's one of those things where it's like I couldn't imagine my life without music, without singing. I don't want to do anything else, but
Right.
joining Aura and realizing that I could utilize every single platform, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, literally every single platform, and still get my music out, that's what got me into content creation. I've been watching Twitch for a long time. I've been like in the gaming scene, I guess you could call it, for a while, but like knowing that I can incorporate both music and content creation into the same thing, that's what got me into it. So
Mhm.
It's awesome.
I love that.
I remember I mean, obviously I grew up with video games. Like my first video game I ever played was Spyro's Ripto's Rage on the PlayStation 1. Banger game, by the way. That's probably like one of my that's one of my all-time
What
favorite
a
games.
throw
I
Shout out
love that.
Spyro.
I remember when the remaster came out, and me and my sister were just like, I was playing it, my sister was watching, we were just nerd out. We were like, we remember this level, and it just looked so different.
Yeah.
It was just like the best. It was the most wholesome thing ever. But yeah, I grew up with games all my life. I was always, I guess, a gamer. Like I never went out. Sometimes I went out, obviously, but most of the time, like me and my like schoolmates, especially in secondary school. So that's like when you're like 11 years old until you're 16. Me and my mates just used to like jump on Xbox once you got home, play like sports games, you know, Rainbow Six Siege, COD, just all those games. Play some zombies, and then I never streamed those games. But I remember when I finished college, I did a course on vehicle mechanics because that's what my dad does, and I didn't really know what to do in life, but I kind of had him in my mind the whole time to like maybe try out YouTube streaming. But I was just it's not in the norm. It's not a normal thing to do. Or back then it definitely wasn't. And so I just thought, let me just try and get like, you know, a normal job, I guess, quote, and or what people would say. And I just didn't find any satisfaction in it. And then so I decided that with my weekend job that I had, I would save it for a setup. I would save it for a desk, chair, like just a simple setup. And I started streaming 2 years ago, and I've just loved it ever since. To be honest, I as Matty said, I think as well, like live interaction, just being able to chill with people, is just such a, I don't know, it's just a really like just casual and amazing feeling that people will take time out their day to watch you, you know, because you don't have all day to watch someone. You only have a set few hours in a day for people to watch you, and for so many people to come in and just boy is nuts. So it's a very unique thing, and I enjoy it.
I love it.
It's very satisfying.
Love that.
What about you, Emmy? What?
Speaking though, I do need my car fixed, Wiz. So like, you know.
Bro, I forgot everything. I'm surprised. As I left college, I was like, what do I do again, mate?
What about you, Emmy? What first got you interested in content creating?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a new content creator, even though I've only really found a lot of success recently. I've kind of been doing it since I was 13. So
oh wow.
Really?
Yeah, I
OG.
kind of hopped channels, mostly YouTube, obviously. Wasn't a huge fan. I feel like it's just really oversaturated, and it's really hard to convince people that you're different from everyone else. But as of recently, you know, I didn't really come from a good home life, and I wasn't really treated well by my peers at school. So I went through a lot of feeling alone and feeling like no one really cared about me. So the experience that I really tried to give, and was my whole goal to begin with, was to give everyone like a little bit of positivity and let them know that they have a friend, even if it's just some random streamer on the internet. Because I didn't really care if it was only one person who was watching me or 10 or whatever, as long as like I could try to help someone who is maybe feeling like how I felt, you know, because feeling alone is the worst thing that you could ever possibly feel, because it just leads you down a really negative spiral. So
It really does. I love that, Emmy.
You're the
I love
best,
you more,
dude. You are
Danny.
literally
We
the
love
best.
you, Emmy. We love you so much.
We
I'm proposing to
stand.
Danny.
We stand.
Stan.
Live wedding, Pog?
Yeah.
Live wedding.
Not
Emmy
clickbait.
and I,
Not
Emmy and I are gonna get married, and we're gonna have ginger babies who sing.
Facts.
Damn,
Ooh.
that's hell yeah.
I think
It's gonna happen.
a lot of people talk about the positives, but what's one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome as a content creator in terms of things that you had to push through?
Technical difficulties.
So fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I because I have a disability, I find it hard to find work, which means I don't have a lot of income. So like I have to basically deal with what I've got. And a lot of things that most streamers have, I don't. I'm using my phone as a webcam. I'm using this studio mic that my dad's had for 20 years as my microphone. Like I've had, and there's just so much like I wish I could improve, but I just can't right now. But it's still worth it because so many people still just come by. So many people are still like, "Hey, you're doing great. Your stream looks awesome." And I'm just
It
like,
does.
thank you. My heart.
Thank you. And then
Those are
like,
good.
and that's like a prime example of equipment does not mean talent. And I've
No.
preached
Yes.
about this. Like you can have, and like Mr. Beast started filming on his phone. Like I can tell you right now, and he's now at what 20 million, insane amount of numbers of subscribers.
Yes.
I get the whole logic of I want the best tech now, but like it's so not it. Focus on your content and being entertaining and
You just
bringing
gotta
value,
focus on
basically.
the needs, I think, rather than the wants. I think when it comes to, I used to be that guy that's like, oh, I want to, like, I have a wireless headset. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say I have a wireless headset. Do I need a wireless headset? No, I
No.
could just get like some cheap headphones as long as like sound's playing
Yeah.
out of them. You know, you're good.
Yes.
Mhm.
As long as you have a stable enough PC to stream, you're good. You don't need the
Yeah.
latest graphics cards or
No.
CPUs. Like maybe in the future, but as long as you have a good enough one to stream, you're Gucci.
Yeah.
Do you need like the fanciest keyboard? Do you need like the mechanical keyboard to get cutting edge in games? No, like just
No, you
don't
really
be a
don't.
forehead. Just learn to play good. Stuff
Don't
like
be
that.
a
Like,
forehead.
Yeah.
Don't be a forehead.
That's
yeah.
the problem there, man. Some of us are just foreheads, okay? We're not
Bro,
all
my
natural.
hairline's on the rope, so I can't help it.
Okay, are we gonna talk hair? Because that's a really
Let's not
touchy
talk
subject,
killing, yeah,
okay?
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
That's a really touchy one, okay? We're not all a whiz like you.
I'm just saying my hairline's on the
Oh,
rope. I
shots
didn't say it was good.
fired.
I didn't say it was good.
Shots fired.
See, I
I
feel
don't know, I
like
need to-
something with. I feel like people, like a lot of people go on Twitch to like look for friends and everything, like just genuinely find friendship and everything. So sometimes having like a really expensive, like futuristic setup with all the best tech and everything can take away the relatability factor of your stream, and it
Jeez.
can actually make it like so people don't really like check you out as much in a way. It sounds weird. It really does.
But
It's a
Mate, I
very
wanted to
No,
be
I
your
get what
friend.
you're
easiest,
saying.
I
easiest
wanted to be your
example.
friend, mate, but your fancy new mic just put me off. So like,
Yeah,
sorry.
true.
I don't want to be a friend with you anymore.
Yeah, easiest example is that is Tyler One still uses a headset mic that he plugs
Yeah.
into, and then, like when
Yeah.
he's yelling, it's
Yeah.
scuffed. Same thing with XQC2. He's not. They don't
Yeah.
have the best webcams. They don't have the best mics, but
No.
they're
Custom
so entertaining
webcam.
to watch and play, and then that's what
Yeah.
matters. So it's like you don't
They
need
just
the best
rely
tech.
on their person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like all
pretty-
personality.
I'm
Well,
pretty
with some
sure.
streamers, it just feels like you're hanging out with a friend. Sorry for interrupting you, Danny, but
Oh,
like
no,
it just
you're
feels like
fine.
hanging out with a friend. But if someone's got like this crazy studio and everything, yeah, it's cool, it's awesome, like it's great. But sometimes it can take away that relatability because you don't really feel like you're speaking to your friend anymore or
No.
whatever.
I'm pretty
know?
sure Lil Simsy uses like Apple headphones for both her headphones and her microphone.
Yeah,
on her
Ludwig too
stream.
uses Apple earphones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So funny.
Apple headphones.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I need some earphones though because sometimes my headset just weighs down on my head, and I need some
Oh, God,
earphones.
Felt that.
It's so
True.
chill.
Yeah,
Just work out your head more, forehead, like Jesus.
True.
exactly, Wiz.
Bro, how'd you exercise your head? What the fuck?
What
Joseph,
about,
I think you have enough experience with that.
Okay, listen. All right, I am beautiful the way I
I didn't
am.
say it.
You
Hey,
know, it's all right, Wiz. It's all right. Danny
I
will
didn't-
remember
I
this.
didn't
I love
say
how you,
anything.
I love how you guys said you're best friends, and after this podcast, you're
I
not
mean-
even gonna be friends at all.
Well, listen, if we weren't best friends, we wouldn't be able to roast each other like this. So
True.
She's right, but just I get this
That's
weird
true.
feeling in my gut that there's an imposter among us. Like I don't.
Well, I mean, I
Too
saw with
much
Ben, to
among
be
us.
honest. I
Joseph's
saw
kinda
with
sus.
Ben.
Joseph's
Hey.
kind of
What I know well, Danny answered this question, but what about the rest? What's one thing that you had to overcome? I can personally say for me, numbers, like getting out of that mindset of like constantly
Yeah.
attached to numbers. It's still important to look at because the first thing a sponsor's gonna ask is your stats, and you have to know
Mhm.
what works. But like, holy crap, you know, sometimes you don't have
Yeah.
great months.
Yeah, this is gonna sound like a weird one, right? But it's financially supporting people too much because I like Twitch is my only source of income. It has
Mate,
always been my only source
you
of
used to
income.
be so bad.
I spent my whole income always just subbing to my friends and stuff because if I didn't, I felt terrible. And it
Aw.
meant I would literally spend all my money on Twitch subscriptions for like months and not spend it on anything else.
I remember I
was
used to like give 10 subs to someone, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's just 10 subs, and then I click, and it just clicks in my head, it's like 50
Yeah.
quid or 50 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh
Okay.
god. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh no. And you said to like,
maybe not.
Yeah. And when you only have like one source of income, it's
yeah.
kind of like it's
Yeah.
great supporting your friends and it made me happy, so I don't regret it at all. But maybe it would have been smarter to, not support them financially right away and put myself in a situation of struggle,
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
Wait, mate, you saying you're not gonna like tier 3 sub to me anymore?
I cancelled like 3 months ago.
Oh,
L.
I mean,
Imagine.
like, for me, the biggest thing that I feel like I had to kind of accept was one, no matter how good you are to people, not everyone's gonna like you. It doesn't matter how nice you are,
Yeah.
how good you are to people. There's always gonna be someone who's just gonna be mean to you just because they feel like it. I mean,
Mhm.
like, the worst night of my life streaming, I was just playing Jackbox. It was the best night at that month. like I had like 30 plus average. It was great. I was having a good day, you know. And then a guy follow bots me with various bot names, you know, just basically saying he was gonna hunt me down, kill me, you know, things like
That's
that.
terrifying.
And I wasn't
Holy
even
crap.
doing
Oh
anything.
my
I
god.
was literally just playing games and being nice to people. And
Mhm.
so that was really hard to accept, is that you just kind of got to ignore it, you know, as a people pleaser. That kind of hurts me, but you just got to get over it, you know. You got to just realize that not
Yeah.
everyone's going to like you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no.
I think
Wow.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, honestly.
it's fine. People are gonna just be hateful, but at the end of the day, I get to
Haters
sleep
gonna
knowing
hate.
that I'm not guilty and they
Mhm.
are. So I don't have a
Yeah.
guilty conscience about it. So
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
People are wild, man.
People
For
really are
me,
wild.
for me, it was definitely burnout. I think sucks
Oh,
like when I'm
yeah.
trying to stream or like do anything, especially now because I'm trying to focus on like multiple platforms and trying to get everything out like consistently everywhere. Like I don't think other creators get enough credit when you see them posting consistently on other social and you're like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
try
it's
you go
hard.
to do it and you gotta
So difficult.
like even today I don't think I've had like an hour break probably, and that's it. And mostly I've just been working on different platforms, and it, like you just
Yeah.
have to make sure you manage it smartly so you don't end up tiring yourself out, because you
Right.
never know, you'll spend one day working hard and you're like, oh yeah, this is a good day, and then tomorrow you just don't get enough sleep, and then you have to but you have to start stream, and then you start streaming and all of a sudden you're tired during stream and your energy's not there, and then
Mhm.
it all builds up
Yeah.
until you just feel horrible. And like
Yeah.
that's something that obviously
Yeah.
like no matter what, it will always happen eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's something that people can avoid. I wish it was something I could avoid, but it's just always something that I find difficult dealing with, like when you burn out or overwork yourself a bit.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself 1st.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
think people realize that like content creators, we're people too. Like we're
Mhm.
human.
Yeah.
And yeah, we come on these platforms. Yeah, we come on these platforms and we try to make your day a little bit better, but sometimes we have to take days to make ourselves feel better too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I always
Absolutely.
try to remind people when they're in chat, like, because some people will be typing stuff on the other side of the screen, and they'll just think we're like some robots, and they'll just say what they want. And I just have to remind some people, or I have to remind people sometimes, saying like, yeah, I'm a human being as well. Like, you know, you like, because some people try and like do jokes, and sometimes it gets a little crazy. Like, I'll be honest, there's been like a stream where like some people have gone a bit, you know, have gone over the line a bit with some stuff, and I have to remind him saying, hey, I'm just like you, like I have emotions, like
Yeah.
this stuff is a bit too far. And then, you know, they totally understand it, like obviously, but
Yeah, I'm sure
it's
like
always
a
good to
lot of
remind people that.
I'm sure a lot of people don't mean any harm either. In most
Yeah,
of it.
no, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
And
Yeah, no.
same thing with people who decide to attack others. It's like sometimes they're just having a bad day at the same time, and it sucks that
Yeah.
you've become that target as well. But you know, you just like Emmy said, ignore it, move on. Like they're the one who have to deal with their own problems. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Like,
Yeah.
I'm vibing. You can figure out your own problems. So
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
that's what it is. What's one thing that surprised you when you joined Aura? Is there anything that
Joining-
like caught you off guard?
Literally joining Aura.
Honestly.
Okay. Literally the action of being here.
The action of joining Aura, and also just like how accepting everyone was of me like actually joining Aura, because like I literally did not know anybody in Aura with the exception of Jabo.
Mhm.
Excuse me, you
in
followed me
Aura.
like a day before you joined. Hello, we were best friends. Come on, Danny. Don't
No,
do me like
listen,
this.
listen. Before I announced my grind, not before I joined.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before I announced my grind, the only person that I actually like knew and was friends with in
Was
Aura
Wiz.
was Jabo.
Oh,
Oh no, I heard Wiz. And I heard Wiz.
Yeah.
Like,
Wiz.
that's
I heard
from a
Wiz.
pretty reliable source as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, sorry. The only person I knew was Jay, so I was like, I messaged him. I was like, hey, should I grind for Aura? He was like, yes, 100%, you should.
He's not gonna be
You
like his
100%.
own org. No, don't do that.
No,
Terrible over here.
but like also at the same time, I barely knew him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I
true.
knew him. We followed each other. I was in his channel sometimes, but I barely knew him. So for him to like push me and give me that motivation to join, and then literally joining in 4 days, that just completely blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I was actually in the group, everyone just like immediately accepted and loved me, and everyone was like, "No, we're really happy you're here. Like you actually are like a special part of this family." And I was like, I like that crying for 10 minutes after I joined Aura wasn't me crying because I got an Aura. It was because it felt like all of the hard work I was putting out was paying off. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
I was really shocked. Like, so from the outside looking in, I saw like the family and everything, and
Mhm.
it definitely seemed like this is what it was. But I was honestly shocked at like how much we were involved in right away. Because like Wiz and I both joined at the same time, and
Yeah.
we've both had like similar experiences, and we were just like mind blown. It's like what? Like we were literally in this team for
I was
a
gonna
few
say the
days,
same
and
thing
we've been
about how much
involved
we've
in
been
so
involved
many
already.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made a tweet about that today. Actually, it was
it's nuts. I've like, it's not even. I wish it like, it's not even no meme. Like, we've been involved in probably more content than I've ever been involved in with a team, which is crazy to think about. And obviously, like as well. Sorry, I just cut May off with that whole thing. If you want to say anything, no,
No,
I
it's
just
fine.
cut May off. I stole the show, but what
We
is it?
usually do that, so it's fine. I'm used to it.
It's fine. But but I was also surprised with I don't know, just how well I gelled with people right at the start. Because normally, like when you join a team, like you just slowly get to know everybody. And like it normally takes ages for me to get a voice chat and like play games with people.
Yeah. Honestly.
And stuff. And literally like only a weekend, and I was playing like I was just chilling in VCs last night with everybody.
Mhm.
And then I was playing some Rocket League with as well. And obviously like with the content we've been involved with the Among Us video and everything. It's crazy. And obviously, as you said, like there's like you see from the outside view the family feeling, but when you experience it, you're like, damn, this is dope. Like,
Yeah, no,
it's
it
awesome.
truly is. It
Like
truly
this
is
is
family.
legit.
Yeah,
This
like
is legit.
and as you said, like you gel with everyone so well, so fast. Like I joined,
Yeah.
and 5 minutes later, I was making fun of Hannah. Like, I'm so sorry, right? But,
Hannah the punching
like,
bag.
and it's just great because like it's nice to have everyone that you can joke around with, and no one like gets upset, and you can just have a genuine laugh and just gel really well with people.
Also, like
know?
as soon as you join, you basically get involved in all of the inside jokes.
Oh,
All of the inside
instantly.
jokes. Instantly. It's like there's no delay. It's like, oh, you're an Aura now? Okay, here's what big boobs is.
Yeah.
Oh, big. I apologize. I started that. It's just gone off. Because Ash laughed at it, and I was like, all right, it's game over. I'm going to be repeating this for the rest of this month, I guess.
The Vinky.
Should be
The
going on.
Vinky.
The Vinky.
The Vinky.
Yeah,
The
the
Vinky.
Vinky.
Oh,
The Vinky.
Yeah.
no.
Instantly
we
when
can't do
I
the Vinky.
joined, I put out. I was shit posting for a while because I was an editor and I didn't have to take myself seriously. So I posted a tweet about having. God, it's so hard to have a Gorilla Grip Coochie, and now people called me. The first week I joined Gorilla Grip Coochie. Remember that, Joseph? I don't know if you remember that.
So it was still going on when I got picked up.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
no.
remember one day I called you that you're like, no, we let that die.
Yeah, we gonna let that die. We're moving on to the
We
next
gotta
one.
let that die.
But that's the
And
thing.
we just let it fizzle out.
Yeah, and then I think I got called "cum sock" in your phone. Anyways, it's just a mess. It was a
Oh
mess
my
for a
God.
bit. But like,
Man,
yeah,
like-
it's like that instant family. Like, hi, you're part of the family. Here's making fun of me. Anyways, I love you. Bye. It's like that like instant like.
Like
Thing
you
about
get
it.
a taste of it too while you're a grinder. Like the grinders are
Oh
involved
yeah.
Oh,
in
yeah.
everything.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Everything. Like I obviously hang out with some people more now, but when I was a grinder, I still hung out with members like every day, like Asylum,
Mhm.
Aries, Dev,
Yeah.
that was all I really hung out with
And
actually.
we
No
want to
J-Bo.
genuinely know the grinders as well and the people. Like I brought some grinders
Yeah.
on for some videos and for a podcast and like slowly getting them involved in some of the things that we do for them to like meet us as well because they're
Mhm.
as much a part of the family as
No, yeah, 100%.
about
Like
it.
100%.
so many of the grinders are so incredible. Like
Yeah.
it's so great, honestly. It's
Yeah,
awesome
and
to see.
they could be future quotation mark family members in that case. So it's fun to joke
Yeah.
around with them as well and play games and like we're always hanging out in the
exactly.
Discord with a bunch of them in the evenings mostly. The chats are full most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we're always in
Mhm.
there chatting, talking, playing Among Us or like I think yesterday was a Valorant custom games and like it was just
Yeah.
like a bunch
Yeah,
of
it was.
Uh-huh.
a bunch of
Listen,
stuff, right?
I
Yeah,
was
like-
so upset with the custom games yesterday.
Aw.
So
I think I saw a
So,
clip from Dev.
yeah, not Aura Dev, but DG Dev with two
yeah,
DG,
yeah.
Jeez, I think.
V's. He followed me around the map for like 30 seconds before I noticed him and then killed me.
Yeah.
That was just great.
It's
To be
so
fair, he's a
fantastic.
pro player.
Yeah, he's a
so.
pro.
Okay, but
It's just
also
kinda
I've been
toying.
playing for like 2 months straight too, so I should have known.
Also,
You should have just
like-
blamed on technical difficulties.
And like when you like now, like you said, the VCs are always cool. Like right now, Ash is like managers are in there watching the Valorant game that's going on right now with people.
Yeah.
There was more a bit ago. Obviously,
Should
it's
have
getting
Joseph
late.
before. Jesus
Let's
Christ.
go, Aura.
let's go,
Let's go,
Aura.
they,
Our
I'm just-
Valorant
We actually
team
just
They,
won.
is 10
We
out
actually
of
just
10.
won, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they won
Alright.
that
Let's go.
Oh, really?
They-
Generation
they were
Aura.
down.
No.
They were down like 7 or 8 rounds and
That-
came
Yeah.
back and won
Yeah, I
13-11.
saw that.
That's
It was
crazy.
insane.
The
That's
underdogs.
insane.
Oh,
one round?
underdogs, my
One?
butt cheek.
How
It was
many
just the
rounds
map.
is it? How much
Uh,
Aura
rounds?
so,
on top.
It's
there's
whichever
first
team gets
two,
to
right?
13 first, and so they have 3 maps. If they
Yeah,
win
that's
this
awesome.
next one though, they win the whole deal. If
Okay, yeah,
uh,
what
nice.
best out of. Because
Yeah.
I can see like it's got the little 1 bar there for Aura, so I
yeah,
wasn't sure
if-
it's yeah.
if they win, so if we win this next one, Aura takes the whole thing.
Yeah.
But if the other team wins, it goes to a decider.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my mom yelling at me.
Oh,
No, she... Oh
Oops.
my god.
but as well as like when I was picked up as an editor, I saw the lack of content, and the first thing that they told me was, "Let's wait till the house is here," and I was like, "No, let's not do that."
No.
I was like, "Listen, there's a
I'm not having
pandemic
this.
happening, and
Not having it,
nothing's
not
for
having
certain
this."
until you sign a paper." And I was like, "Let's just do it now. Give me a chance."
Yeah.
And that's one thing I really enjoyed. Ash was like, "All right, go do whatever you want. Just make sure
I-
approvals run by me first." And I was like, "Okay." And then I slowly started building this podcast, started posting videos, getting to know members and whatnot. And then she's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, what do you want to do next?" And I was like,
Jackie,
I'll
you're
just-
for real.
I'll just, yeah. And I was like, I'll just keep going. Like, I've built this YouTube channel. I'm going to start building our TikToks, our Instagram, or stuff like that. And I'm slowly going to start piecing everything together now and have it kind of consistent and keep growing. But, so that's why when people say, like, "Oh my God, it's like instant family getting involved in content," I'm like, poggers. Like, let's go. Like, it's, there's no need to wait. Let's just do it now.
Yeah.
So,
Which, like,
I,
now
honestly, I messaged Jackie the other day, like, just being like, wow, like, thank you so much for involving me in
Yeah.
so much. Like, what the hell?
I messaged
Yeah.
Jackie the other day saying I freaking hate her.
oh,
Yeah,
Right.
that's-
Yeah.
Messaged Jackie
Rude.
this
That's
morning asking to get in the Minecraft server.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
send me
So,
your username.
I know. I need
Jackie leaves people on
after
red,
this.
man.
No, I don't. I don't
Not
ego
me,
anybody.
not me. Hey.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Jackie
not me.
literally be leaving you
I'm
on
like
red, bro.
I'm the only manager that like answers people.
Okay, that is shenanigans.
say.
That is shenanigans. My job is literally to answer people most
I'm
of the time.
kidding, I'm
Okay.
kidding.
You
Alright.
haven't
Listen, I'm just gonna say, if Jackie ignores you, that's more personal. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
I
she didn't
actually
ignore
ignore
me,
you,
to be
then
fair.
it's a problem. Then you probably hurt my feelings or something. I don't know what the hell you did.
Oh, so that's why you've had me on red for 2 weeks.
Ah.
Oh.
Joseph, I wouldn't leave you on red, bro. Don't worry about it.
Oh, dude,
wow.
Wiz, don't
I
make
wouldn't leave
me
them. I wouldn't
Mr.
leave you on
Sherlock
red.
Holmes.
We'll let you know.
Oh,
Joseph, I wouldn't leave you on red either, because
Oh, you guys are the
Well,
best. You guys are all right. Listen, all right. When it comes time for me to take over the podcast and Jackie retires, I'll remember this.
when I
I love how you
retire,
You didn't do the rest of
I'll
what I
retire
said.
when I'm dead.
Joseph, I just want to say it literally takes me 0.5 seconds to respond to you every single time you text me. So you better remember this.
Yes, I
Oh,
remember. I remember.
It's
The
in
only
re-
time
it's
I
in
don't
recording.
answer is like no cap when I'm in VR. That's the only time I don't answer my phone.
I want
because
a
it is
VR
a
headset
lot of-
so
why
bad.
You don't.
literally answer me.
I literally throw up every time I play. Like for a while, I was really good
God.
about it.
Oh my
Then I
God.
quit playing for like 6 weeks, and
Yeah.
now that me and Aries play it every day, like I'm getting better. But I'll like play
like
for an
motion
hour, and I'm
sickness.
like, yeah, and I'm like,
Aw, bro.
I sleep
Don't
like a
move.
baby though, because like you know how you sleep, like you pass out when you're sick. I'll
Sure.
sleep like a heckin' baby. Somehow I still wake up before Ash, but you know it's whatever.
And then you fall back asleep whenever Ash wakes up.
Yeah. Oops.
We
Just-
There
skipped
it
that
is.
part.
just- I love how you got like
Um,
super excited there. I love how you got super excited there. So you're gonna
if-
take over the podcast and everything. And you didn't let me finish because I was saying I wouldn't leave you on red because I've had you blocked.
Oh, there it is.
And
Oh,
you got so excited, and I was like,
Uh,
oh.
I'm blacklisting you from all my community nights. Get wrecked.
Rip.
Oh, what? Nah, it's a joke.
LOL.
Get wrecked.
This is
Don't
fun.
Fortnite down for me.
This is
this
fun.
is
Fortnite
fun.
L dance.
Emmy, did you answer this question? That you would surprise? I don't know where we're at right now.
I don't remember. I guess mostly I had to get out of my comfort zone a lot.
Oh yeah. I like
That's
to do
pretty
that.
much the biggest surprise, I think. Even like showing my face on camera, I like recently I had to do a headshot. Like I've never had to do that.
Yeah,
Being
that's
on
true.
camera,
Yeah.
like I up until recently did not have a camera to stream with. So
I'm honestly
yeah.
so glad you got one. I'm so glad you
Mhm.
got one, Emmy.
I
Honestly.
mean, here's
Proud
the
of you.
thing though. I have like I'm kind of insecure, lol.
LOL.
So I'm constantly worried, like, oh no, what will people think of me? What if I'm ugly? You know? So I just kind of had to
You're
get out of
not.
that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
literally
don't worry.
not.
Danny.
But
Don't worry
Really
about
not.
that,
Like
I
You
love
are
you
Emmy,
guys.
you're
Emmy, you're
gorgeous.
beautiful. You
I
are
love you
beautiful.
guys.
Hell
I
yeah.
love
I
you
love
guys.
you, Emmy.
I love you
Fiancé.
more, Danny.
And I think,
I
like,
love you the most.
I think this month is going to be a whole lot of getting out of your comfort zone, including
Oh,
the one
yes.
thing I
Yeah.
can't talk about quite yet. It's a secret, but like hella shoving people out of the comfort zone to the max.
So
much fun.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But and then obviously when there's going to be events when the pandemic decides to go away, that's going to be a huge other thing. When I'm telling you right now at TwitchCon, we're running content. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm going to have a whole game plan, a schedule for everybody, and we're mixing it like
Schedule.
You gotta be like
Oh,
a coach or
boy.
something. You gotta have like.
I'm
a
gonna
whistle
wake
and
everybody
just,
up after the night before being drunk with a whistle.
Yeah,
and
we're all
I'm
gonna wake
like
up hungover.
like an officer. I'm like coming into
She's
your
gonna be
room.
banging a pot and a spoon and be like,
Exactly.
I didn't get no
It's- guys,
sleep because of
it's-
y'all.
Time to
Yo,
make some
yo,
live
everybody sleep
podcasts.
because
Time
of
to
me.
go vlogs. Let's go. Time to do it. Get up. It's gonna be.
I
think
can
this is-
imagine that.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be intense. Well, not intense. I'm not gonna be like crazy either, but like I'm gonna be very. Have
Wait,
you
we're
guys
gonna be
very
intense?
involved?
I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna get a hotel.
yeah.
An Airbnb.
This is done.
Airbnb mansion? Where you at?
Airbnb
we need a
pod.
counter for how many like
Airbnb?
stupid jokes May's made.
I
Yeah.
make the most stupid jokes, honestly.
Please don't give me
Yo,
more work.
Your dad jokes are incredible.
Exactly. See, I'm glad you appreciate them.
Look, as a
Literally,
Appreciate it.
listen, someone will be like, "Are we ready?" And he'll be like, "No, I'm not ready. I'm Maddie."
Yeah. Okay.
I do it every time.
Every
time.
single
know.
time.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, I find it funny. I don't care
Yeah,
if
no, I
anyone else
find it
finds it
funny.
funny.
I
just
I
laugh
think
at
it's
it. I laugh
hilarious.
at it.
I think it's
Great,
hilarious.
Genuinely.
I think this is important, but I want to put you guys on the spot right now, if you guys
Okay.
don't mind. Speaking
Okay.
of putting yourselves out of your comfort zone, if you could
Okay.
pitch yourself to a sponsor, what would you say about your own brand right now?
Jesus Christ.
If
Oh,
I
man.
was
I'm ready.
if I was Honey and I came up to you and I was like, so
Who's Honey?
Well, honey, it just so happens that I had a sponsor stream last
oh,
month.
go off, be the
Honestly, I
first
had a
one,
sponsor
Maddie.
stream
Take
by
it
Raid.
off.
Pop
I had
off,
a
pop
sponsor
off,
stream
King.
by
Pop
Raid
off.
Shadow Legends. I got
Pop off,
I
King.
got a lot of people downloading the game. Everyone loved it. We had a great time, a great experience.
Mhm.
I usually on my Twitter I get around 1 million impressions a month. You know, I'm just saying. So a lot of people would be seeing your product, and I think we could both mutually benefit from a sponsorship. You know, from working together.
I wouldn't benefit from May, let's be honest.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Okay.
It makes sense to
well-
answer that though, because you are my honey. Wait.
Let
Wait.
me.
No
Okay.
Who
way.
is Honey? That's the question. Who is Honey? What is Honey?
You don't know what
Honey is a
Honey is?
brand.
Honey is a
No.
free browser now.
A free browser extension that'll save you money.
Money.
Oh boy.
You really not know what Honey is?
I really don't.
It's
I-
scouting
Wow.
the internet for discount codes.
Was
It's
it- it's
scouting
like-
the internet for discount codes and then gives you the best ones that'll save you the best, like the most amount of money.
Exactly.
Well, it looks like I'm not getting sponsored by them.
By
Sorry,
the way,
Honey.
this podcast is not sponsored by Honey, please. But please sponsor us.
We wish it was
Happy,
Winky
happy.
Face, Winky Face.
Winky face.
Please.
Dream sponsors,
Like,
Honey.
I'm holding my hands. Like I'm holding my hands in like the little prayer thingy. Like please.
Okay.
If
Wiz,
you don't,
how
I'll
would
cry.
how would you pitch yourself to
Oh,
me?
bro, why you put me on the spot?
Go.
Freaking- Okay.
Wow.
So-
On the spot second.
I've worked with previous companies in the past. I have worked with a tea company in the past.
Mm.
Actually, my favorite tea company. That's actually not even sponsored. They're actually generally my favorite tea company. And like, I shot my shop with them. They sent me a whole care package. We got on well. I'm good at building a good relationship with a brand. I'm good at showing off a brand. I'm good at promotion with a brand. I have a very like support the community that always believes in me, and I feel like, as Matty said, like it's a two-way thing. I benefit off you, you benefit off me. You know. I'm really good. Frick.
Really good frick. Love that.
Yeah, I'm just a very, I don't know, I just get very lucky with stuff. So.
Why
What-
did you mention luck in it?
What makes
Oh,
people
luck,
want to
all
watch you
sponsored.
is?
That's a good question. You know what? No. You know what? I bat myself.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a person that is very energetic on stream.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Sure.
I never leave a quiet spot open. I try to, if people want to come in and watch, and if I need to show off something, I think I do a pretty good job of it. I think I do a pretty good job of it.
I remember
Um,
a huge content creator, Sadie Green Dumpling, actually like praised you and put out a standalone tweet praising you for how good you are.
Don't,
with
mate,
that,
mate,
and,
my freaking day was made after that. It was
your
nuts.
ego was boosted.
My
We
ego was
love, we love Seti.
No, to be fair, I love Brandon and everything, and like, I know Seti. I'm a big fan of Seti for that
Mhm.
because he is really good at like branding. I think he did like a course on marketing and stuff. But I always try and brand my streams. I always try and like perfect my branding with streaming. Whether it's like if I'll do, for example, a celebration stream, like because I have like a wizard kind of brand.
Mm-hmm.
With like, for example, if I did like a Wiz Ross stream, I got like a Wiz Ross emo or Bob Ross emo that was dressed as a wizard, and then for example, I did like celebration streams. I have like a little cake in the face of a wizard, and I know I really like the brand aspects of streaming as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I worked with like a tea company. They sent me a free package of tea, which
Ooh.
was amazing. I remember I flexed that to my parents because they drink the same tea as well, and they were like, "What?" And also I technically. This is like my biggest flex ever in the world. Like I can literally die happy saying this. I was in a McDonald's advert.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Really.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I can flex that because I put out a tweet. Basically, the story about this, I don't know if you guys want to know the whole story, but it was my sister's birthday. It was the day of my sister's birthday. I didn't have a card or a gift for her because I was very lazy.
Let's hope she's not
Good-
watching this.
Good, yeah, no, it's good shit. Yeah, it's all good. But I
I'll send it to her.
I woke up early, but not early enough for McDonald's breakfast because McDonald's breakfast ended at 10 a.m. and I tweeted about it that I missed it. And then they randomly replied to the tweet saying, "Can we use this?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever. It's not going to be used for anything." I was like, "Yeah, cool." All of a sudden, someone tweets at me like probably a month later saying, "Hey, I saw your tweet in the newspaper."
You're like, what?
And then I literally got like 30 DMs from people like saying, "Oh, I was on like the underground in London and I saw this newspaper in the Metro newspaper."
It's amazing.
And it was like,
great.
what was
That's
it? It was
really
like
great.
they were like, "Oh, breakfast is now extended to 11 a.m. so you don't have to have any
Yeah.
hassle."
Oh,
at
let's
Wizzology or something
go.
like that.
Wiz
It was
coming in
nuts.
clutch.
Extended
It's all
McDonald's.
because
Easy
of you,
clap.
bro. You
Easy
made that
clap.
happen.
I made that happen. Yeah, extended
Yeah.
McDonald's breakfast to an
Single-handedly.
hour, so that's why companies should work with me because I can
that.
change a whole system.
Your whole business
Not really,
hours.
but-
I'll change
Yes,
your business
exactly.
hours.
I mean, I'm all in. I'm all in with this.
Yeah.
I mean,
How do I
feel like
sign you?
Ooh.
McDonald's breakfast.
I feel like Honey would not want to sponsor me because I didn't know them. So sorry, I love you. But as for a pitch for me, I gotta say that like I constantly put in a lot of hard work.
Mhm.
In May of 2020, I started off on 0 on all platforms. I had no outside help. And in 5 months or less, I grew from 0 to about 600. And I averaged like 20 viewers a stream.
Let's
So,
go.
I feel
Obvious.
like
Love that.
thank you. Yeah.
Queen.
I feel like I have a personality that people seem to like. And I'm more than willing to also put that same amount of hard work towards your brand. So
We
should grow
Why
together
people so
and-
good
We
at,
should
like,
work
doing this?
together.
I'm so bad. I'm
No.
so
Love
bad
that.
at
I'm trying to
pitching
sponsor Emmy
stuff.
right now, and I don't even
No,
have.
your McDonald
no.
advert sold me, Wiz. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's like my backup plan. If they're like, "Yeah, we're about to back out,"
Anyways,
and
I
I'm
was
just
at
like, "But did you know?"
But did you know about this?
What
Pretty
about
much.
you, Danny? If you could pitch yourself to a sponsor, what would you say about your own
Alright.
brand? Go ahead. You have this. You have
Alright.
the floor now.
My name is Danica. I am
Oh.
an aspiring singer-songwriter, professional cripple, and I will write you a brand new jingle right now.
Right now,
Yeah,
go,
right now.
go right now.
Give us
Right now?
an
Right now,
Aura
go.
podcast jingle.
Yeah. Do
Aura
a jingle.
podcast?
No, do a jingle. Oh, I was
About
yeah.
honey.
I was gonna
About
say
honey?
honey. Yeah. I'm gonna add
About
them.
honey?
This
Okay.
is gonna go on
I was-
Twitter. Okay, go.
Oh my god, wait. I wasn't ready for that.
The content,
Right now,
the content.
right now.
Jackie's
Talk
Okay,
already
okay.
knows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Honey, sponsor us, please. Go ahead, Danny. Whenever
Please.
you're ready.
We'll
Yeah.
do anything.
Let's go.
If you want to save money, you should use honey.
There you go.
All right, we
Perfect.
got him.
Where-
Wow.
Perfect.
Catchy?
Oh, hook, line, and
Jeez.
sinker, boys.
There it is. There it
Yeah.
is.
I just got to look at the goals.
Also, also to throw in some stats of my own, I made my TikTok, I believe September 20th ish, I believe.
Yeah.
And I already have 8,000 followers on that. So I'm able to
Ooh,
grow an
nice
audience.
one.
I'm relatable. I'm a pretty decent singer, if I do say so myself. I'm
Mm.
pretty. I'm pretty.
I'm
I can
pretty.
model
Hell
for
yeah.
you.
Wow.
Jeez.
Rolling in the
back
confidence right here.
Flex
Hell
on
yeah.
him.
Back yourself
She's
up.
about
Hell
that
yeah.
action today.
I'm popping off today. I'm ready for
Hell
it.
yeah.
You're
Can
popping
I
off.
insert
ready.
my opinion?
Honey,
Yeah.
I'm ready to work.
Oh, oh.
On that jingle that you did, it reminds me of "You don't have to be lonely" at farmersonly.com.
Farmersonly.com.
I don't know why, but it just like the tunes, they just mashed in my head.
I love
Amazing.
that. I love that. We stand.
I didn't
Um,
not actually know the jingle for farmers.com or whatever.
I don't know.
You
We
don't
don't
have
have
to-
that here. Yeah, this is a
Be
US
lonely
thing.
at farmersonly.com.
I'm gonna have
Dude,
to
I'm-
grab you, Danny, to do an intro for this podcast, and I'll play you.
love
I'll
that.
sample you in.
Seriously.
in the
Seriously. I love
beginning.
that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
A short
I'm down.
10. I need a short 10 seconds of it
10 seconds? You
for
got it.
OraCast. Be
Hell
that'd be
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Could you
Easy.
narrate my life, Danny, with songs? Straight up.
He fell down the
Everybody-
stairs.
Easy
Literally.
Taco Bell.
Okay, I will
I wish I
sing
had a Taco Bell.
everybody in Aura their own personal lullaby every single night. That's
Oh,
like 51
Alright, I'll be waiting.
lullabies, I think.
I'm down. I'm
I'll be
down.
I
waiting in our
requested-
shared bed, Danny.
I requested that the day we met, so I'm still on standby for mine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, you're in
I
like a
did-
queue or something, like waiting
Yeah.
list.
yeah.
Yep.
I think right now it's Joseph, then
Alright.
Uriel, then Dev, and then everyone else.
No,
And
no,
Dave.
no, no, no,
And
no,
then
no, no,
Mai,
wait.
And then Mai, and then
I
everyone else.
asked
That's all.
before Uriel did. Uriel
Oh,
jumped
you're
in after
right.
me.
You're right. So it's Joseph, Emmy, Uriel, Dev, Jabo, everyone else.
No,
Don't forget
no,
about your own
Jabo,
wife.
Mai, and then everyone else. Come on now, come on. Why are you doing it like
Why are
that?
you leaving them
Jabo,
out?
Maddie, Jackie, and then everybody else.
Okay. I'll put it. I promise.
Okay.
I'm
One
waiting.
last question to wrap this up. Basically, this podcast. It's almost been an hour already.
Rap. Well, I can't rap.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it goes by quick when we're having fun. We only have fun.
Wow,
Yeah.
I like it.
It's
I like it.
flying.
It flies by. But what tip would you give to new
Oh.
content creators that want to get involved in this? What's one thing that you would say to them? It could be anything.
Go big or go home.
Okay.
Go big or go home.
Jesus.
One thing.
Literally give your like all of you. And what I mean by that is like take all of the best parts of you that you know you have the ability to showcase and showcase them right off the bat. People like confidence. People like going out and giving everything that you have, but also like being relatable. So like just give everything that you know that you can showcase and put it out all at once.
Do you know
got it.
OnlyFans?
Oh,
I was about to mention. I was
Maybe-
gonna, yeah, I was.
Maybe in my specific case, not in OnlyFans. However, if that is what you choose to do, go for it.
Go for it.
Secure
Just
the
go
bag,
all
secure
in.
the
Alright,
bag.
I'm
Big
doing it.
boobs.
Big boobs.
Big boobs.
Big boobs.
I'd
Getting
definitely
that
say.
bread. Get
I know a
that
lot of
head.
people
Then
before they
leave.
start. I know a lot of people before they start. They wait. They're like, oh, I'm gonna wait till this happens and I'll do this. Just
Mhm.
start. Just start.
Mhm.
The most
Just do
important thing you can do right now is just get into it. All right. Your first videos might not be the best. Your first streams might not be the best, but you're gonna learn so much more than you would if you were just waiting. Honestly, just get
Mhm.
into things.
Just do
Mhm.
it.
Just do it.
From the
Ooh, yeah, I was gonna
wise
say, like,
words
don't
of
be-
Shia LaBeouf. Just do
Yeah.
it.
Oh my god.
The smartest
Just-
thing he's
just
ever said.
I'm literally acting as if I am Shia LaBeouf like right now, where he does that thing with like the crab hands.
The crab hands,
Just
yeah.
do it.
Just
It
do
looks
it.
like crab hands to me. Just do it.
And that's what they
Do it.
yeah. Go ahead, Wiz.
I was
What's
gonna
your-
say,
what's your tip?
yeah, I was gonna say, like, not to be scared to put something out. Like, some people overthink, like, especially me, if like something's good enough, and sometimes I feel like I wish I just put something out to see how it did. Or if I'm like overthinking, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people overthink a lot when it comes to
Mhm.
Yeah.
content. They're like, is this gonna be good? Just full send.
Mhm.
as I said,
Done is better
like,
than
just
perfect.
full send it. I would say I would also suggest as well personally, like I would say as well, if something isn't working, there's gonna be like a deep one. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to change.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people
Yes.
are scared to change.
Mhm.
Because they're like, am I gonna drop viewers? Am I gonna do this? I remember I used to be a Fortnite streamer, dedicated, and I remember I switched to single player / indie games, and my viewership skyrocketed because of it. So,
Mhm.
and I was so scared. Like, I was thinking about it for like 3 months before I did, And at the start of 2020, I decided to do it, and yeah, it's just like support like blew up from that. And you never know. Like as I said, you never know unless you try. So, as I said, like if you're doing something as well for a long time, and I know a lot of people say like, oh wait, you never know when you'll blow up. Like I always try and keep that in my mind to not be afraid to change some things up if things ain't working out.
And I think
it's okay if things don't work out either. A lot of people think like, oh, I failed if things don't work out. It just means you got to adjust a few things. There's nothing wrong with wrong with having a hiccup.
One of the biggest examples that I can think of is like, and I know this is like kind of a little mainstream, but like Taylor Swift, she was a country artist. Look where she is now.
Yeah.
She's a pop artist now, like big pop artist. She's like top of the charts. And she was like this little small town country artist at 16. Like, I get exactly what you're saying, Wiz, and I'm like all for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
As for me, I would say this one is kind of dedicated to streamers, but don't stop talking. For the love of God, I beg of you to never stop talking. Like, have a bottle of water.
Ouch.
Don't stop talking, because let me tell you something. As a streamer going into like someone who only has like a viewer or two into your chat, I will be nice. I'll give you up to a minute to say something, and I'll type in chat. If you don't respond to me, I'm gone. If you don't talk in a minute, I'm gone. But people, like regular viewers, are not streamers. They don't understand the the starting phase, and they will give you less than 10 seconds to say something before they dip.
Yeah.
I always make sure to. I remember I was watching Myth, like TSM Myth. I know, big streamer, but like I remember I've always like ever since watching him, because he's like pretty much an idol for me. I remember he said he himself has a 5 to 7 second rule. That if he keeps himself quiet for more than 5 seconds, then he's broke his own rule. But it's something that I've always tried to use as well, just to always make sure there's no quiet or a space of just quietness where you ain't talking or there's no game volume. Just make sure like you're always engaging with people, even if there's no one in chat. Just talk about some, like I remember when I first started streaming, I was just talking about just like times I was on holiday, or just something I did like during the day or something I did during the week. Even if there was no one in there, like I still spoke, and all of a sudden you never know, there'll be one person that comes in there like, oh yeah, that was actually really funny, or you'll ask a random question and someone will respond, and you could have a new viewer.
Yeah,
And if you're struggling for things to talk about, literally just describe what you're doing in game. Just talk through what you're doing. It's as easy as that. Which a lot of people would just play and just. Sorry, that's okay. I'm sorry. You go.
No, you keep going. I didn't mean to interject. Go ahead.
A lot of people just like play and just do something and just wait for someone else to speak to them first. And it's like, no, like just describe what you're talking and like doing in game, and like someone will speak up. Like they will.
Yeah,
actually.
Yes.
Because who knows who could be in your chat? It could be Ninja, and then you're silent for 10 seconds. What happens then? He's not going to want to raid you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just think that Ninja's watching all the time, and you got to keep talking. You got to just keep talking.
Honestly, I mentioned earlier, I'm still brand new to this, but I know that keeping active, keep talking, stuff like that. That's really important. If I can't think of anything to say, I will literally just start singing a song.
Yeah,
like it's that simple as that. Like just do something, do something random. Like I for me, it's singing. For Mahti, like just describe what you're doing in game. It can be different for everyone. Just make sure you're always talking or like vocalizing about something.
Absolutely. What's one tip, Joseph, that you would say that you would give to content creators?
Mess your sleep schedule up.
No.
No.
Okay, so I mean, realistically, like, okay, so I guess it would be like work hard, but also take care of yourself. Like what was said earlier with the burnout. Yeah, like I've burned out before hard, and it's like I took like 6 to 7 months away, and it set me back so hard, and it was so hard to recover from. Like, I get the whole, oh, well, if I'm not live or if I'm not editing, there's someone else out there that is. Like, that's cool and all, but like, you're going to burn yourself out, and you're going to end up hurting yourself, and it could hurt your community because they're not going to get the same you that they're used to. And then be like, oh, well, you changed up on us.
This is a little unpopular opinion, but I hate the mindset of people thinking, oh, let me stream for 12 hours every single day because I'm a grinder. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It works out for some people, I think, but rarely.
Yeah. So recently, I kind of lucked out really hard, and Wit would go live at the right times, and like my longtime mod just happened to randomly be looking around. Then he came in, and kind of like made my chat more active, so I would start streaming longer hours. And I lucked out, and people would catch me. I would catch people at the right times, and I saw an increase there. But like I've realized that only worked so far, and then I hit a brick wall, and I'm like became stagnant. Well, it's cool because you still have more than you had, but like if you don't like keep growing, eventually you're gonna be like, well, dang, nothing's working.
Yeah. Content creation is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about who's been around longest because they're the ones who you know, not you know. So.
And once again, another thing with breaks is take care of yourself. Do everything you need to do. Make sure your mental health is great, but try not have 2-month-long breaks. Like as Joseph said,
give
these
yourself
long
like
breaks,
a
literally
day off every week or something.
Have yourself like
just
a day off, or like if you're gonna take a break, have a week. You know, like whatever. But if you take a month break, 2 months break, 3 months break, you're essentially gonna be starting off. You're gonna come back to half your viewership, if that. Like, it genuinely is. It's terrible.
Internet's quick to forget, man. As bad as it sounds, it's the truth. Internet's quick to forget.
Yeah. Even if it's just a day a week off your schedule, like you can pencil in a day where you're like, hey, this is my off day. This is my mental health day. You know.
Agreed.
You'll do my opinions that I always push out is adapt. Internet is ever changing. Please change with it. And PewDiePie did not last 10 years doing the same thing, horror games. He's adapted to internet culture. Keep, certainly if your quotation marks small right now, keep making mistakes. Like this is where you can do mistakes without huge repercussions. So try something new, do mistakes all the time, because then that's how you won't make mistakes anymore, because you can't do it twice. If you do it twice.
And once again.
Like
and once again, with breaks, if you're taking a break, don't disappear from every single social media. You know,
post some memes on Twitter.
Post on Twitter every now and then. You know, do something. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if it's just you goofing off with your friends. Like on family. Family, like on Twitter.
Just me.
Like if you have, just do it. Just try to do something.
Yeah.
Which also thank you for all of this. As a new streamer, this is very helpful to me. Appreciate it.
So what you're gonna do is burn out, play the same game for 12 hours, and hope for the best.
Just bang that you playing. Just bang that you playing a multiplayer game with your friends is gonna make you blow up, because that's what Summit does, right?
Oh, that's another thing. Another pet peeve of mine. Like I hate to say it, but some people just like play with their friends and stream and just play with their friends, and that makes it harder for people to chat. It really, really does.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's great that you're having fun, and people can see that you're having fun, so that's a positive. But if you're just speaking to your friends, people are gonna be afraid to speak up in chat, and because you're not focusing on them, chat has to be number one priority. If you're speaking to other people in your game chat every single stream, all stream, like people are gonna be afraid to speak, and
I get so stressed doing co-streams, honestly. I feel like I'm so overwhelmed with co-streams. I'm like, oh,
there's so much happening at the same time.
Yeah. Unless you're a pro player, chat wants to be the priority. And if you're in a call with someone, it's impossible to make chat your priority. It just isn't possible, you know?
You gotta focus on the game, you gotta focus on the person you're just talking to. You gotta make sure you're like keeping up a good conversation, because if you ain't, there's gonna be some awkward conversation that doesn't make good content. And then you gotta keep up with chat at the same time. It's very hard.
It's like 14 different conversations going on at once at that point.
And oftentimes those people that you're playing with, they won't respect the fact that you're streaming, and they'll have their own conversations while you're trying to reply to chat, you know? If if you're playing with someone, you're fine playing with one person, you know, you're fine playing with one person, maybe even two people, but don't sit in a 6-man, like all playing and shouting at the same time, because it's gonna be difficult for anyone to chat, you know.
Very challenging. Exactly.
That's why I'm so loud in Among Us, so I can get my point across, and no one can like.
Listen, I feel like.
Oh, by the way, the video's gonna come out this week. it's gonna be
the Among Us one.
Yeah. We had like one of the rounds where we had 10 seconds to vote, and it was like just insane, just yelling, and then whoever said the name the loudest got voted off.
That one was just chaotic.
Yeah,
it was fun though. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, whenever that comes out, it'll obviously be teased on our Twitter. Everything, all the videos that come out are always teased on our Twitter, so please go follow them. Also,
Twitter.com/OraUnited.
Yeah, and we're also going to be wrapping up here, so I suggest you go and check out all the beautiful people that you saw on this podcast or heard on this podcast for my audio listeners that are going to be linked down below. Their Twitter, you can go check them out. They stream. They're very funny. They're very entertaining people to watch.
Aw.
So I highly recommend you go and check them out. And I think that's it. But I appreciate it's been an hour. I appreciate everybody putting in their input. I think there's been some very strong information passed around. I think that everybody can relate to something. Certainly people, the new content creators that are wanting to get into the business and wanting to understand a little bit. But I appreciate it. Everybody say bye. You can wave your hands at the camera.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.